Hello and welcome to AV Technician. Today's topic is tape. In the world of audiovisual services, we many times need to use tape to tape things down and keep things together. Here I have in front of me a variety of different kinds of tape, things that will be very practical in your everyday use. Now, I'm going to first tease you with this one. This is gaff tape. This is what you will hope will be using in a lot of your AV work. And I'll come back to that at the end of the video. A lot of AV companies use this tape or similar tape to it. It's a cloth tape similar to a duct tape. They use this because it's relatively cheap, easy to get. You can get it at almost any hardware store, even sometimes at your grocery store and convenience store. It's the easiest stuff to get. This specific one is a very strong glue on it, and it's great if you're looking for something a little more permanent. As we all know, duct tape is often used as a fixer. So this one happens to be a very strong black tape. But the glue itself is very strong, and it will really hold things down. So this is a cloth tape. You can usually get this for about $3 to $5 a roll. Sometimes cheaper, sometimes more, depending. It's readily available. This is something I picked up at a military surplus store. As you can see, it's quite wide. It's also a cloth tape. Its original design and plan was as a repair tape for camouflage and uniforms and so on, camouflage things. It is great, except that because of its width and the strength of the glue, you just about kill your shoulder when you try to open it up and put it out and use it. So it has its place, but I find that it's more of a repair tape. I thought it was really great because it's so wide I'd be able to use it in a lot of places, but I find that it's definitely not as practical as it looks. But at my surplus store, it was around $6 or $7 a roll, although they're probably sold out now because it is surplus. This is another kind of tape that's on the market. This is a plastic PVC style tape. In this case, a bright yellow. You can get this in a variety of colors. I got this at a surplus store, thus it's marked as a seconds. But the thing is this tape allows you to mark things, especially when it's bright. You can use it as a marking thing where you mark it with your pen, or you can also use it, like say on the leg of a stand or something. You can use it to brighten things up so people will see it and not trip on things. I get this in a variety of colors. It's very practical. Usually comes about so thick, and it makes it practical for a lot of things. I've used it in wet environments, as long as when it goes down it's not wet. Water seems to repel off of it. As long as the water doesn't get underneath of it, it's great. Another tape that you're going to be very familiar with is masking tape, both the wide and the narrow, and you can also get the blue and the green painter's tape. Masking tape is not designed to be loaded permanently. It is a great tape when you want to mark something. You take a piece of tape, stick it down, and then you take your trusty Sharpie and you write something down. And it helps label things when you're trying to find things. This is an extremely practical piece of tape that you'll want to use. The wider stuff has its purpose, and the narrower stuff. And then you can, like I said, you can also get the red and the green and the blue tapes. I'm sure there's other colors of masking tape. Masking tape is designed to be temporary. It's not designed to stay on. If you leave masking tape on too long, it will stick and be very hard to get off. So that's masking tape. Another tape that is very practical is this. This is electrical tape, PVC tape. It goes by a variety of names. Utility tape. It is designed to go on and stay effective. It is stretchable to a certain amount. There is also this type that is a little more of a clothy type of electrical tape. But this one here is an electrical tape that is useful when you want to wrap something. If you're wrapping around something, let's say I want to wrap around this thing here, and I wrap it around, whoa, stretch it with tension, and I get it around to where I want it to be. I don't use a knife, because most people would want to use a knife to make it nice and clean, but because it stretches until it breaks, like that, one of the things, it leaves a tail. This tail is important in our industry because when somebody has to come to take it apart at a later time, they appreciate having a loose end that they can in turn just grab and remove again. You can, if you have a boss that's very anal retentive, you could also do that where you tape it over neatly. But you want to make it so that the next person coming in has an easier job to be able to pull it off and remove it. Because I've seen way too many times where there's been tape stuck on something and there's no place, and you're going, then eventually you're just pulling on cables and you're damaging cables. So that's PVC electrical tape, and it is available in varieties of colors too, because you could even use it as a marking tape. If you get the colors that your marker will work on, you can even use it as a marking tape. A board tape is another one. This is the tape that I started out showing you in the beginning. This is the tape you all want to have. It's called Gaff Tape. It comes a little bit wider than this, and originally it sells for around $25 a roll, plus or minus, depending on what currency you're purchasing it in and where you're purchasing it and the quantity and so on. This is a pretty standard size, 2 1/4 inch wide. It can be gotten narrower, and it can also be got quite wider. It is used in so many places. The thing I tell people about this one is it sticks to everything, it sticks to nothing. You still not quite understand how that can be, but yet the glue on this is designed to grab hold but not leave any residual behind. I have put it down on highly waxed floors, put it down, pulled it up, and not removed any of the finish on the floor. It works great on carpet. It does not work well in wet environments. If you're trying to lay this down on something wet, this will not be effective, and it does not like to get wet. So it's not the best if you're trying to work in a wet environment. It is short term. It's not designed to be permanent, not like the cloth tapes, like the duct tapes and so on. It is not designed to be permanent. Most AV technicians get familiar with this. They enjoy this tape. It's easy to use. It's easy to tear. You can see here, you just grab it and you can tear it. So simple. It's thin. It's capable. You can do everything. I've done so many things, including doing a way to stick up a sign. I fold it over and stick up a sign. Lots of different ways it can be used. It's an extremely practical tape. It's a little expensive, which is why a lot of AV companies don't use it. If you can get your AV company to use this, you're going to be loving it because it's great. A lot of AV companies use this because it's so much cheaper. And it damages floors and damages carpets. That's why a lot of people, the hotels and so on, don't like this as much as they do this. So there you have the tapes of the world. You have the big heavy cloth tapes, the duct tapes, the electrical PVC tapes, the plastic bright colors, and of course the masking tapes. These are all the tapes you will use in your business. avtechnician.ca, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like our channel, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Thank you very much for watching.